In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched the 50-state quarters program, one of the most popular coin series in American history. Each state would be honored with a unique reverse design, and Connecticut was the last state featured in 1999, released on October 12. The design is a masterpiece. The reverse shows the famous charter oak tree, a powerful symbol of American independence and resistance. According to legend, Connecticut patriots hid the colonial charter inside this tree in 1687 to prevent it from being taken by the British. The tree became a legendary icon of freedom. The 1999 D Mint mark means the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. And although over 1.3 billion Connecticut quarters were minted across all locations, only a tiny number are rare and valuable, worth hundreds, thousands, or more depending on condition and specific minting errors. Let's talk numbers. The Denver Mint struck approximately 657 million Connecticut quarters in 1999. That's a lot. So how can one possibly be rare? Well, most were circulated heavily, scratched, worn, and tossed around for years. But a few were struck with serious minting errors, or preserved in perfect, uncirculated condition, and these are the ones collectors are desperately searching for. There are three main factors that can turn this everyday coin into a gold mine. White heavy checkmark 1. Mint errors. Certain rare errors during the minting process can cause coins to skyrocket in value. Double die obverse, DDO. Look for doubling in Washington's eye, mouth, or inscriptions like, "In God We Trust." These can be worth thousands. Off-center strikes, if the design is misaligned, especially 20% to 50% off, values can hit $1,000 to $5,000. Clad layer missing. Some coins were struck without the nickel-clad layer, revealing a copper surface and making them extremely rare, worth up to $10,000 or more. Wrong planchet errors. Imagine a quarter struck on a nickel or foreign coin planchet. These are highly sought after, sometimes selling for $15,000 to $25,000 at auction. Broad strike and die cap errors. These create unique shapes and can fetch thousands depending on clarity and rarity. Coins graded MS-65 to MS-69 by agencies like PCGS or NGC are extremely valuable. In fact, the highest known MS-69 Connecticut quarter sold for nearly $15,000, and that was without a mint error. There are only a few coins in the world graded MS-69, making them practically one-of-a-kind treasures. The Connecticut quarter is a fan favorite for its beautiful design and symbolic importance, meaning collectors are willing to pay a premium, especially for error coins or pristine examples. Let's look at real-life numbers from recent auctions and sales. Green Circle 1999 D Connecticut quarter MS-68, sold for $3,760 in a heritage auction. Green Circle 1999 D quarter with off-center error, 45%, valued around $5,500. Green Circle double die obverse error in MS-65, valued at over $8,000. Green Circle clad layer missing, AU condition, sold for $12,000 plus. Green Circle wrong planchet, full strike, NGCC, certified, sold for over $25,000. And those are just the documented ones. Some private collectors have paid over $50,000 for unique error combinations. Now you're probably wondering, how can I find one? Here's what to do. Grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. You'll need to examine small details closely. Inspect both sides of the coin. Look for doubling in the letters and numbers. Check for off-center images or missing details. Feel the surface. Missing clad layer coins often feel different and look copper-toned. Weigh the coin. A standard quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. If it's significantly lighter or heavier, that could indicate a planchet error. Compare with online error examples. Use sites like PCGS.com or NGCcoin.com for visual references. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning lowers value. Always keep it in its original condition. If you suspect your coin is valuable, here's where to go. PCGS or NGC, get the coin professionally graded. eBay, good for basic sales, but only list if you know what you have. Heritage auctions / great collections, ideal for high-value, certified coins. Local coin shows or dealers, especially helpful if you need a quick appraisal. Remember, certified and authenticated coins sell for much more, often 2 to 10 times the value of uncertified ones. In 1999, the U.S. Mint kicked off its ambitious and historic 50-state quarters program, releasing 5 new quarters each year featuring unique state designs. Georgia was the 4th state released, hitting circulation on July 19, 1999. Minted at both the Philadelphia, P, and Denver, D, mints, the Georgia quarter features a beautifully detailed design of the Georgia state outline, the peach, state fruit, oak branches, and the state motto, wisdom, justice, moderation. It was more than just a coin, it was a celebration of Georgia's role in American history, and for collectors, it marked the start of a new numismatic journey. The 1999 P Georgia quarter had a massive mintage, around 451 million coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint alone. That's a huge number. So naturally, you're thinking, how can a coin that common be rare? Here's the twist. Most of these coins entered circulation immediately, meaning they were used, scratched, worn, and forgotten. Only a tiny percentage survived in flawless condition or were struck with major mint errors, and that's where the value lies. 3 major factors determine whether your Georgia quarter is worth pocket change or a small fortune. White heavy checkmark 1. Major mint errors. Errors are the holy grail of coin collecting, and the Georgia quarter has some incredibly rare ones. Clad layer missing, copper core exposed if the outer nickel layer is missing, revealing a copper surface. This error can bring $5,000 to $15,000, depending on condition. Double die obverse, DDO if lettering or design elements like United States of America or Washington's profile appear doubled, collectors may pay $2,000 to $10,000 or more. Off-center strike, 25% or more. A misaligned strike can easily boost the value to $1,000 to $5,000, especially with a visible date. Wrong planchet, struck on foreign coin or dime planchet. These rarities can sell for $10,000 to $30,000. Die cap errors or broad strikes. These produce unique and fascinating errors worth thousands. White heavy checkmark 2. High-grade, mint state coins. Most 1999 P quarters are well worn, but those preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition are worth a premium. A coin graded MS 65 to MS 67 might be worth $50 to $300. MS 68 coins can jump to $1,000 to $2,500. MS 69 or higher is ultra rare. An MS 69 1999 P Georgia quarter once sold for $10,200 at auction. And here's the kicker, there are only a handful of MS 69 examples known to exist. White heavy checkmark 3. Collector demand. The 1999 Georgia quarter is in high demand because it's part of the first year of the 50-state quarters program. Collectors want high-grade coins to complete their sets. Unique errors are considered prized possessions. This demand drives auction prices even higher. Let's look at real sales and auctions. Green Circle 1999 P Georgia quarter MS 69 PCGS certified sold for $10,200. Green Circle clad layer missing error, AU condition valued around $5,000 to $9,000. Green Circle off-center error, 40% strike. Sold for $4,750. Double die error, MS 66 sold for over $7,000. Green Circle struck on dime planchet, underweight auction for $17,000. Some reports even hint at private sales hitting over $25,000, especially for dramatic error coins combined with high grades. Want to know if your quarter is worth a fortune? Here's a quick checklist. Use a magnifying glass or loupe. Check for doubling in the text, especially on Liberty, In God We Trust, and United States. Look at the edges. If you notice copper showing on both sides, clad layer missing, you may have a major mint error. Check alignment. If the design looks off-center, you might have a valuable strike error. Weigh the coin. Normal quarters weigh 5.67 grams. If your coin weighs significantly less or more, it could have been struck on the wrong planchet. Grade the condition. Pristine, uncirculated coins with sharp details and no scratches are the most valuable. Consider getting these graded by PCGS or NGC. If you suspect your 1999 P Georgia quarter is rare, white heavy checkmark, don't clean it. Cleaning destroys collector value. White heavy checkmark, store it safely in a coin flip or plastic holder. White heavy checkmark, have it graded by PCGS or NGC for maximum value. White heavy checkmark, sell through reputable platforms like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, eBay, for lower value examples. Local coin shows or dealers. The South Carolina State Quarter was the 8th coin released under the U.S. Mint's legendary 50 State Quarters program. This series ran from 1999 to 2008 and was designed to honor each of the 50 states with unique, limited edition designs. South Carolina's quarter was officially released on May 22, 2000, and features the Palmetto State prominently on the reverse. The design includes the Palmetto Tree, State Tree, the Carolina Wren, State Bird, the Yellow Jessamine Flower, State Flower, and an outline of the state with a star marking Columbia, the capital. On the obverse is the familiar image of George Washington, but here's where it gets interesting: not all of these coins were created equal. The 2000 D mint mark signifies it was struck in Denver, and while hundreds of millions were produced, only a few are exceptionally rare due to major minting errors, condition, and unique features. In total, the Denver Mint produced approximately 566 million South Carolina state quarters in the year 2000. That's a massive number, but most of these coins were circulated, damaged, or lost. Only a small fraction remained in mint condition, and even fewer possess errors that make them worth a fortune today. So what exactly makes some of these quarters worth hundreds or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Here are the key factors that can make your 2000 D South Carolina quarter ultra-valuable. Some of the most valuable coins are those with dramatic minting mistakes. These include double die obverse, DDO, where Washington's face or the words, "In God We Trust," appear doubled. Off-center strikes, the coin design is not properly aligned. Broad strikes, the rim is missing and the design spreads unnaturally. Wrong planchet errors, coins struck on planchets meant for pennies or nickels. Clipped planchet, a piece of the coin is missing due to a blanking error. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC as mint state 65, 66, or higher can fetch incredible prices, even without major errors. These coins are shiny, uncirculated, and almost flawless. Some coins show a deep, clean strike and full luster, qualities that collectors love. Combine that with a rare error, and the value skyrockets. Now, let's talk real numbers. These aren't fairy tales. Actual auction houses and coin shows have reported massive sales for rare 2000 D South Carolina quarters. Coins with dramatic doubling on Washington's eye, nose, or lettering can command thousands of dollars, especially in MS 65 or better condition. These errors are extremely rare, especially when the date and mint mark are still visible. There are reports of 2000 D South Carolina quarters struck on nickel or foreign planchets. These have sold for 5 figures at major auctions. Only a handful of coins have achieved this elite grade. These are pristine and have never been touched by human hands. One incredibly rare 2000 D South Carolina quarter with a combination of high grade and major error sold at auction for over $25,000. That's right, a single quarter. Want to hunt one down yourself? Here's what to look for. Use a jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass. Check Washington's face for doubling. Inspect the rim for off-center strikes. Look at the color and weight. If it feels odd, it could be on a wrong planchet. Compare with online databases like PCGS or NGC. Also, consider submitting your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional grading if you suspect you have a valuable one. Certification can multiply its market value. Once you've confirmed your coin is rare, here's where you can cash in. eBay, popular for everyday collectors. Heritage Auctions, trusted by top coin dealers. Great Collections, great for certified coins. Coin shows and dealers, especially for in-person valuations. Always get a second opinion before selling, and never clean your coin, as it reduces value.